Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure. And this is my perspective. This is going to be a review of the wonderful Thursday evening show, Co-Parenting with the Sperlings, that is shown on Dennis Sperling's channel, like I said, in the evening every Thursday. And we're going to be reviewing the episode, season 1, episode 7, called Hustle and Flow. And this episode was actually kind of interesting for a couple of different reasons. So the first thing that we had that was going on was Dennis stopping to talk to his pastor. And he was talking to his pastor about the dilemma with his ex-girlfriend being pregnant and having a baby, and all of the things that he needs to be aware of or to be mindful about in this situation. He's trying to navigate what he owes to her and what he owes to the child, right? And as he's talking to his pastor about that, his pastor is letting him know, you may not necessarily owe her anything specifically to her. However, you do owe the child. If the child is yours, if the little boy is yours, then you owe him fatherhood, okay, to the best of your ability, given the situation that you're in, because at this point, it's at a distance. She has moved away. And so he's not in a position to be there like he is for his other two sons. Okay. It didn't happen in a marriage. That child did not happen in a marriage. And so therefore, the mother has taken herself and the child away. And so therefore, it's forcing Dennis to have to maneuver around that fact, because you can't make her come back. You can't make her do whatever, because she's an adult and she's making decisions, and you just can't force her to do things that how you want her to do them. And so that was an interesting conversation. I wish more people would seek out some spiritual guidance, because a lot of times, like I said, that's important, because your spiritual value is the place that you get your principles. It's the place that you get your moral compass, and also the place where you get your code that you're going to live by. So sometimes those principles need to be reminded and reinforced so that we can get ourselves focused on how we're going to move forward in a positive and in a right way, in a morally sound way, and not always just doing whatever we impulsively want to do, because that may not necessarily be what's right for that situation, for yourself, and for the other people that are involved. The next thing is that him and Stephanie had a conversation about taking the boys and putting them in private school versus public school. Now, as we know, Stephanie is a public school teacher. And so therefore, she has a bias, and she wants the boys to be in public school. Dennis' position is that, no, I actually want them to have a better education, and I don't want to send them to the Gladiator Academy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to public school, and a lot of Black boys' experiences in public school, and Black kids, period, experience in public school is not all that good. It's a Gladiator Academy. Now, her argument was that, well, the school that you went to is not the same type of public school your sons are going to, basically because you're in a better position, you live in a better neighborhood, they're zoned to better schools, which is okay. I can see that. But at the same time, if you want a better education, a lot of times you got to pay for it. Because when you are in public school, you are really subject, unless you're heavy in the parent-teacher conference situation and being real heavy-handed at those meetings, where parents get to have a bigger say in the curriculum and what's going on in the school with their children. A lot of times you're subjected to whatever the school has decided, or the school system where you are has decided what's best for the curriculum. They may or may not get the best teaching, and a lot of times those public school teachers are not being paid enough to truly care and give a lot of their effort. They're there to work a job. The classes are overcrowded. It's too many students in a class, and the teachers are more so called to be disciplinarians more than they are called to actually teach. So while you have some teachers in the public school system that are really good and really awesome teachers, a lot of times when you go over to private school, they'll have a better curriculum, but also smaller classes, and the teacher's able to concentrate on teaching to the best of their ability and really focusing on the students and the progress of the students, rather than a lot of kids falling through the cracks. Some kids, everybody know how public school is. So I really didn't get her argument truly against putting them in private school. If Dennis has the money and the means to put them in private school, why not just say yes to that? Let's just go. We'll pick the best private school that we can find, and we'll send our kids there. If anything go wrong, we'll take them out, or we'll address the situation. And I find that when he talks to her about things when it comes to them kids, she never just has a yes in her mouth. And I'm not saying not to have an opinion about what happens with the children, but at the same time, it's never just a yes. It's never just, okay, your idea actually is really good, so we'll go that way. It's always, let's negotiate. Let's meet halfway, because my opinion got to be different from yours on what to do. So therefore, we got to meet halfway. We got to negotiate. We got to haggle. We got to do all this other stuff, because I want to be able to say, I don't know, that I had some type of control in the situation. It's okay to, if you're co-parenting with your ex-spouse, the father of your children, and this is a responsible dude, you may or may not have liked him as a husband, but that doesn't mean he's not a good dad. And I don't think Stephanie thinks he's not a good dad necessarily. I don't guess. That's not the vibe I'm getting. I'm just getting, she's got to have some type of control. She's got to have something. If he gonna be paying for it. Let them boys go to private school. Like I said, if it be an issue, we'll deal with it. It ain't like in a public school ain't gonna have no issue. We'll deal with any issue that arises. So I found that this episode was sort of a unnecessary tug of war about the kids. It's always centered on the kids. Y'all better stop that. It's okay, like I said, to have say over your children, but y'all are really doing too much. So to the comment section, let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. The link to this episode is going to be in the description box as usual. So go ahead, and you want to subscribe to Dennis Sperling's channel so that you can be made aware of when co-parenting with the Sperlings airs. So once again, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you've not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.